Class, welcome to Lesson 9. I hope you all enjoyed a bit of a slowdown in Week 8. From here through Week 13, we really punch the gas and move quickly. Week 14, the final week in this course, is designed to be very light. There's not a formal final exam as you would have in other courses. I mentioned this in the introductory email, but this class is built around experiential learning, and so what we will be looking at the end of the course is your final product, your final website, business, and you'll walk everyone through that. But there won't be an actual final exam, and so there will be a lot of preparation in weeks 9 through 13, so you're able to present in week 14. But that's just to help steer you a little bit for the remainder of the course. Weeks 9 through 13 are very involved, and then week 14 I hope allows you some balance if you're taking other classes to focus on those other courses and final exams. So the two topics this week are relevance and quality score and Google Analytics. Relevance and quality score will take us in depth into Google Ads as we start to really refine the marketing for your business. We'll talk about Google Analytics and how that is a powerful tool, and then Project 3, you'll do the first part of Project 3 now, which is create a Google Ads campaign. The majority of it is in week 10. So let's jump into relevance and quality score. The best way to explain relevance and quality score is to start with Google's perspective on your business and your ad campaign. Google wants you to be successful. The more successful you are, the more you use their product and the more revenue they bring in. And so Google has come up with a lot of different tools to ensure that you're successful. And one of those things is a relevance and quality score. This essentially tells you how effective your ad is, so they can rank your ad. It also plays into where your ad will place on the screen, how often it will show up. Google Ads is a bidding process around the keywords that you have chosen. And so if you have chosen the keyword t-shirts, or custom t-shirts we'll say, then when someone searches that and your keyword is part of the mix, Google will take your bid, how much money you've offered to ensure that your ad appears, what your daily budget is, and they'll compare that with everyone else. And it's not just the highest dollar value that wins out, it's also the highest relevance and quality score. That's factored in as well. So that means if you have a better relevance and quality score, you can get your ad to appear on Google search results for less money. And so the better your score is, the more efficient, the more effective your ads are, because you can get it placed at a lower dollar value. I hope that makes sense. The algorithm, in order to get an ad displayed, is evolving frequently with Google. They're always trying to tweak it and make it a little bit better, but those two things really prevail: how much money your bid is and what your relevance and quality score is. So it's important to understand what goes into this, and that's why we often have read the following to start off on a prepare assignment. These ones are really important. I strongly encourage you to read through these. This will tell you what goes into that quality score, and what will influence that the most. Then there's a helpful tip video on how to improve. So all of this information should give you a good idea of how this score works. Then the assignment is to create a Word document. Now keep in mind, you don't have a quality score right now on your advertisements because you haven't launched your campaign officially. So this is a theoretical assignment. If you had a keyword with a quality score of 4, what are things you could do to increase the quality score? And then for each of the 3 items you listed above, explain why you believe these changes will increase the quality score. So that's the assignment. It is theoretical because you don't have a score yet until you actually launch your campaign. Then let's jump into project 3. You'll have your discussion board for relevance and quality score before this. And as I mentioned, project 3 has 2 parts. All you're doing this week is to create a Google Ads campaign with 1 ad group, 2 ads, and at least 10 keywords. That's it. Do not run your campaign. You'll receive more instructions in week 10. You're just creating the campaign. This is something you should be familiar with, something you've already done in past assignments. So creating this ads campaign should follow the exact same steps you followed before. And right now in week 9, again, you're still not running it. We're going to wait for week 10 to actually run that campaign. So that's it this week for project 3. Not a ton to do and nothing to submit. Just make sure that ads campaign is created. Let's jump into Google Analytics. This is one of the things I absolutely love about web business. Google Analytics is incredibly powerful, and it gives you access to information that a traditional brick and mortar company could only dream of. Traditionally, when someone opened a store, a mom and pop shop, or even a large grocery chain, what they would do is pay for customer analysis, and they would actually pay individuals to watch customers to see where they go first, how long they spend looking at each product. And these assessments were extremely expensive but very, very valuable. And they would gather essentially the same data you will get for free with Google Analytics. Google Analytics will track everything about your visitors, how they got to your website, how long they spend on each page, where they go from page to page. And so you start to understand how visitors are interacting with your website, what they're spending more time on, what they're not spending time on. And that information feeds back into your business, so you know how to tweak your website. You know how to change how things are displayed, or your general user interface, and you understand what things are working and what things are not. I can't stress how valuable that is, because that can be the basis. If you're using Google Analytics and you're responding to it, it can really be the basis for a lot of growth, because you can see which changes are effective, which changes are not, and you'll learn the behavior of your core audience over time, and over the course of months and years, you'll become very, very savvy on what your visitors are looking for. So this is just the installation process for Google Analytics. We're going to go into much more detail later on in the course. We will do detailed assignments specifically around Google Analytics so that you get to know this tool inside and out. The readings here will just give you, 1, the basic overview of Google Analytics, and 2, show you how to set it up. Everyone needs to set it up on your website, and the challenge is every site builder designs it just in a slightly different way. And so it's not possible to say, take this code and paste it here. It will depend on your site builder a little bit. And so if you're struggling, reach out to your site builder. Site builders know that this is very important, so most of them will show clear instruction and say, paste your Google Analytics code here. But if you don't see that, reach out to your site builder. This is virtually every website worth its salt will have this, and so site builders are very, very familiar with it. But the process is very similar to your PayPal button, where you will generate a code from Google, a little code snippet, they call it, and then you'll paste that tracking code into your website. Then for the assignment, you'll just explain where on your website you posted it, explain how you linked Google Analytics to your Google Ads account. And I didn't mention that piece. This becomes really powerful when you link Google Ads to Google Analytics. That's the connection. So it's not just the behavior of those who find your website from Google search. It's the connection from Google Ads and how effective those are in converting uh, uh, those who see your ads into visitors to your website. So this will show you in this article how to link Google Analytics to your Google Ads account. So that's an important step as well. And then just wrap up, explain why you feel Google Analytics will help your web business be more successful. And that's it. That's the whole assignment. So again, we will do much more with Google Analytics right now. It's just trying to get everybody set up on it and make sure everybody can install Google Analytics on your website. So that is it for week 9. So a lot of influential topics this week. I think, as I mentioned, we're getting into the details of the future marketing campaigns of your business. And now that we have your website, we've got the basic structure set around Google Ads. The next few weeks are really the most valuable, where we can get into detailed skill sets to help you grow your business. So please reach out if you have any questions about these, or if you're struggling with Google Analytics. Happy to help you get it set up. Thanks, everyone.